417, you are live on the air. What's your name, comment, and or question?
Hi, this is Ray from
Hi.
Missouri.
Hey, Ray from Missouri. How's it going?
I wanted to talk a little bit about what Rania said about reaching out to Trump supporters.
Okay. Go for it.
So I think she made a very good point. Here in Missouri, we're a very conservative state, but I transformed, a whole family of white Trump supporters into Bernie supporters just by actually teaching them about, trickle-down economics. They didn't even understand what the Republican, economic policy even was. And whenever you actually start talking to them and really teaching them, like Ronnie said, giving them a framework for understanding, economic policy and some of the things that they're angry about are losing jobs or outsourcing of jobs, trade deals like NAFTA, things that Trump actually is saying, hey, this is a bad deal. I mean, he's doing it in a completely obnoxious way, but, these are things that are kind of common threads that are sort of popping up, that you hear rhetoric from Trump supporters saying, yeah, we don't like NAFTA, we don't like bad trade deals.
Right.
And and so, those things can be done. They're not all just a bunch of like, hey, let's build the wall, I hate Muslims. They're actually kind of selectively listening to some of Trump's messaging and hearing, oh, we don't like NAFTA. Okay, but let's vote for this guy.
Right. Actually, yeah, that's a great way to put it. They are selective. Thanks for the call. They are selectively listening to Trump. And now let's be sure. Let's be clear and be sure there are, if you've seen some of these videos, and I'm sure you can go to anybody's camp and find some crazy people, whatever their political ideology, right? You can find some extremes. But if you look at some of the Trump rallies, you're going to see some downright racist. That's all. I have so many more adjectives that I can attach to that, but I'm not. You can find just some racist. But you do have a bunch of other people who are listening past all of Donald Trump's bigotry and attaching themselves to two key things: his populist message. There's three reasons that people support Bernie's. I'm going through all of the candidates today. There are three reasons why people support Donald Trump, in my opinion. One, they are attracted to his white identity politics. That nationalistic, white, racist, bigoted identity politics. Two, they're attracted to his economic message of somewhat of isolationist economics. And then three, you have those who are supporting Donald Trump to just stick it to the establishment. You have those who are not only to stick it to the establishment, but also stick it to the people who say that they better not support Donald Trump. Having a conversation with a good friend of mine, a good white friend of mine from Mississippi. He's a Republican, and when I tell you I have so much in common with that brother, that I have more in common with him than a whole lot of other people. Right. Never mind, we have different race and different politics, but we connect on so many other things. We're in this, I'm not going to tell you who he is, because he was actually giving me the story of how he took some students to a Trump rally. And at that Trump rally, he wanted to expose them to different sides of an argument, to different politicians, to, this is what you do if you study politics. You go and listen to politicians. Because of that, he faced so much backlash from other Republicans and from some of his Democratic circle and friends. He just faced this immense backlash to the point where he ended up saying, wait a minute, I didn't support Trump, but if you're going to tell me something that I can't do, I'm a grown man. I'm a free man. I'll support whoever the hell I want to support. And so he's actually in a way of not only sticking it to the Republican establishment, but also sticking it to all the people who are jumping down Donald Trump's supporters' throats. People have a right to do whatever the hell they want to do. And so you have that group. You have people who support Donald Trump because they are attracted to the bigotry and that white nationalism, right? And then you have those who are attracted to that that populist message, and finally you have those who are just sticking it either to the system, to the Republican Party, or sticking it to people who are telling them, you know, what you can and cannot do. It's that kind of world, man. People, you never know what people respond to. But the bigger point is this: those that are attracted to his economic populism, there are some commonalities and there's some opportunities to say, listen, if you're tired of programs shifting and trade deals shipping your jobs overseas, you know, that's something that the Republicans and the Democrats did together. That's something that Republicans and particularly the neoliberal Democrats did together. And the solution would not be another Republican or a neoliberal. The solution would be somebody who agrees with you and says that NAFTA was a bad deal. And not just somebody who's going to say NAFTA was a bad deal, Donald Trump, and also be benefiting and exploiting those deals. All right, folks, done all I can do tonight. It's been good. Join us tomorrow night for the live debate watch. We'll be discussing it at intervals wherever we can. We'll discuss it. I'll be streaming the audio, high quality surround sound audio tomorrow night. I'll make sure you have some really good audio. That's 2. Number 3, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Help us to get to 10,000 subscribers before the end of May. May, before June. We want to get to 10,000 subscribers. I think we're like 1,400 away, something like that. Easy peasy, as my kids would say. Last but not least, if you really like the Benjamin Dixon Show and what we're doing here at the Progressive Army, I want you to go to patreon.com/the BPD Show and sign up to become a patron. $1, $5, $100, whatever you want to contribute on a monthly basis. Help support independent media, help support progressive independent media as we fight back and do the things that the neoliberals are too scared to do, are just incapable of doing. This is the Benjamin Dixon Show. I will see you tomorrow.
The Benjamin Dixon Show is only possible with listener support. Go to www.thebenjamindixonshow.com to register for our blog, join the Progressive Army, and support the Benjamin Dixon Show.
Crazy mother.
If you like this episode, be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
Consider becoming a Patreon. Go to www.patreon.com/the BPD Show and support The Benjamin Dixon Show.